Hi guys, it's David at HumbleTrekker channel. How you doing today? Hope you're doing great today. Going to be reviewing a Ganzo Firebird budget blade from China. It's a real nice one, so stick around. If you're wondering why I just walked up to the camera like that, no idea why, just thought I would. Anyway, let's get down to it. Let us begin with the introductions. This is the Ganzo FH11. There's a couple of interesting points to make about this knife. Firstly, it's the first blade ever produced by Ganzo, which is in D2 steel. It's also a completely unique design from Ganzo, in regards that Ganzo are pretty famous for making budget versions, budget lookalikes of other manufacturers' blades. They don't make fakes or counterfeits. They're always clearly marked. And there's nearly always some kind of difference. They're not exactly copies of another manufacturer's knife. But that's what they're known for. There's no secret there. But with this blade, I could be wrong in this, but I think this is the first time they've ever branched out to make a knife which is entirely their own design. I'm really happy to see it, because Ganzo, I think everybody admits, they make fantastic knives for the money. And they're now coming out designing their own looks, features and functions. That's got to be a winning combination, I think. 8.7 centimetre blade, G10 handles. These are the green blue colour they're described as. You can also get it in black. They also do a carbon fibre handled model. Deep carry belt clip, which is reversible. It's a liner lock, and it's a flip to open with ball bearing riding surface here, so it actually opens very fast. It's not assisted in any way, it's just a very smooth ball bearing, which gives you a super quick opening. Nice blade to play with. Ganzo always seem to put good edges on their knives straight from the factory, but this one came a little bit sharper than normal. It's just very sharp, very smooth. Ooh, that's pretty, a little bit too close to my fingertips there. Just taking off, just passes through that A4 piece of paper as if it wasn't there. When I first get my knives, when I'm doing reviews of them, the only work I do to demonstrate the factory edge is all I do is I just touch it up with a strop block. And I often mention this in my videos, but I've not actually shown it, I think, for a couple of years. But this is what I mean by a strop block. It's just a plain piece of wood with leather glued to it, and then I apply a sharpening paste to the top. And this one really is just for polishing. You see, it's almost a smooth surface there. So when I get a new blade, I take out a packet and I just run it across the top like this 10 to 20 times, and then that really just polishes up the edge, so you can get I can get an easy judgment or an objective judgment between all the blades, so I'm not sharpening one blade more than another. I know exactly what I'm doing, and this will just bring up the best qualities of the blade from the factory. And I think that's a good way of measuring my knives. And actually, as long as you don't really damage the edge of your blade, whenever you use your knife, if you just bring it back, you put it across a strop block, that will nearly always bring it back up, and you don't have to go to any more advanced sharpening than that for an everyday knife. This is D2 steel, and as I believe, this is the first time Ganzo have used D2 on a knife. I just mentioned there's a little bit of jimping on the top of the blade there. It's a nice comfortable knife to use. Obviously it's not a carver, it's almost a gentleman's folder. It's an everyday carry. Sweet looking, classic looking little knife which is going to fit into any pocket without causing a bulge or anything like that. Not too heavy, but then it's not so light that you don't feel like you've really got a knife in your hand. It's got a nice bit of weight behind it when you pull it out. And you need a little bit of weight for flicking it open like that. So it's got the inertia, the momentum to make it fly out. In this segment I was going to talk about the steel, the D2. It's what's known as a semi-stainless steel. It's a high carbon steel. It's got chromium in it, but not enough to make it completely stainless. So from the factory it did come with a thin coating of oil on it, and you may also want to keep a thin coating of oil on it to stop it corroding. It's not the type of steel that will see a glass of water and rust to hell and back. Comes in the price range $25 to $30, available from gearbest.com. Link in the description box down below the video. As usual with the Ganzo's folding knives, it comes in a little baggie that you can store it in. Final thoughts, rating and slating. I've got to say, I can't really find any negatives for this. It's a very good price range. It's a beautiful looking knife. They've really finely machined it. Got great lines. I like the sleekness of it. They really seem to have designed all the curves and movement in the blade to make it an attractive looking piece, backed up with good quality for the price range. It's not a hard use knife. Obviously I think everybody realises that. But for what it is, an EDC knife, one of my new favourites. Not one I'm going to be giving away very soon. I really didn't have to talk about the straightness of the lines or the centering, because everything's so good about it. It's not, you don't even really have to mention it, but I'll mention it now. Very good centering of the blade, and of course it just flips out on that ball bearing like butter. It's quite cold here today, and it'll be my, now I've been filming to the end of the video without any gloves on, my fingers are getting a little bit stiff. So it's actually me that's making it come out slowly, not the knife, because my finger is not, my trigger finger is freezing up. Thanks for watching this review. I just want to say one final thing, and that's a big thank you to all of my subscribers out there. It's the returning viewers, you guys that come back time and time again, that keep this channel going. I just want you to know that. Till the next time, take it easy.